We will start now with a reading class. So you know that we have a different reading each week. Yes. But first, I need you to remember which was the last reading. Which was the title? Laugh, right?
Laugh.
And
Laugh.
Bayran, are you in classes or watching TV? Pay attention, Bayran. Okay, so and what was this reading about?
A boy that create a time machine.
Yes, a time machine, right? And did you like the activity we did? The
Yes.
Yes, mister.
Yes,
picture, did
mister.
you like?
Yes.
Let me tell you that
Yes.
I have checked some of, not all of them, but some of you, most of them, actually, and you did a good job, guys. I really like your work, and I want you to continue working in that way. Yes? So, we will start right now because then we need more time, right? So, I don't know if you can see here. Can you see?
Yes.
So, now, what can you observe in the picture? Tell me, what can
A dog
it's a dog, and what the dog is doing?
is
Reading
a
a newspaper.
The newspaper.
Is reading a newspaper.
Paper. So now, which do you think is the topic of this reading?
I don't know.
An intelligent dog.
It could be an intelligent dog, or what else? Tell me, according to the cover, which would be the title of the story?
Daily dog.
Sorry?
Daily dog.
Daily dog.
Yes, it could be. What else?
Will read a newspaper.
Do you think that it's possible that a dog read?
No.
No, right. Andrea, would you please take a seat? And Gustavo, please stop eating because we are in class. Okay, so the title of this of the story of this week is The Dog's Newspaper, right? The Dog's Newspaper. That's the title of the story, right? So that's why we observe here a dog reading a newspaper. Then here we have actually the cover of the story, right? And which is the the author of the story? Which is the author? Or who is the author of the story?
Peg.
Yes, right. And what can you observe in the picture? What can you observe in the picture?
A dog that have a newspaper in the mouth.
Okay, so now, what do you think is the story about, guys?
A dog with
A dog
have a
that
newspaper all the day.
Okay, probably that a dog that pick up the newspaper all day. What else?
or dogs that read the daily dog.
Okay, do you like dogs, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love dogs, mister.
yes. Do you think that dogs are interesting pets?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
right. They
mister.
are very intelligent. They are very smart. Yes. So let's continue that. Now, here I have a phrase, right, that is important to mention during this reading, and it is everyone has a story to tell. Do you think that that is true or false?
True.
True. And why do you think this is true?
Because because um, because we can tell a story about a life or stories that other people have narrate to us.
Yes, of course. So, guys, when we say everyone has a story to tell, it means that everyone or every one of us has different stories, right? Like, for example, I have my own story, yes? Like, for example, if you tell me, Mister, could you please tell me about your life? I can tell you that I am from La Paz, right? I'm not from Tegucigalpa. I grew there, right? That is a little town from Tegucigalpa, right? Do you know La Paz or not?
Yes. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So I am from La Paz, right? So I live many things there because since I was a little baby, I lived there, right? And I moved here, I think that 4 or 5 years ago. So that's why I'm here, right? But during all this time, I have done many things, right? Like for example, I can tell you stories when I was a teenager. Like for example, when I was a child, like you, when I was in fifth grade, I have all those stories, right? And I remember when I was in fifth grade, I didn't like math class. I hate that class. But now
Yes.
I like that class, right? So I can tell you as well that I have uh, a best friend. I have a pet as well, right? And many other things, right? So now, what about you? Do you think that you have a story to tell?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
great. Because since you remember where since you were a child, you have something to tell to us. Like for example, Miguel Alejandro, could you please share with us a funny story from your school? Algo divertido que le haya sucedido en la escuela a usted.
Hmm,
Algo, mister.
Okay, Ángela, share with us.
interesante.
Meanwhile,
Sí,
Miguel thinks
mister.
about it.
Okay,
Sí,
mister.
mister, tengo algo que contar.
Yo en mi otra escuela, yo siempre.
But wait, Angela. Remember that this is a language class. This is an English class. So if you say you have to speak in English.
In my other school, I
Okay, first, you were in another school?
yes,
Ah, okay. Now, what?
Was in another school. My name
Okay.
was in another school 6
Kayran,
years.
please. Angela is talking, so please respect her moment. Okay, Angela.
Mister, I I think that I say after Mister, but I go to the bathroom and I don't go to the bathroom. I go at the cafeteria
Ah,
to
okay.
bully.
When we come back to the school, if you tell me, Mister, I will go to the bathroom,
No,
I will
pero
tell you no because you will go to the cafeteria.
sí, pero eso era antes
Okay.
porque estaba más chiquita.
Ah, okay. Okay, so Miguel, did you have something to say? Or do you
Mister, I want.
Mister, I have one too.
Mister.
Miguel Alejandro, and then Glinis.
Yeah.
Mister, and
Okay,
after
Miguel.
finish me.
In two grade,
Second grade. You mean
second grade.
Yes.
Mister, how do you say in English inflar?
To blow up.
To blow a balloon
Ajá.
and the balloon boom. Es lo único que tengo que decir.
Float.
Boom.
Okay, Glinis.
Yo-
What
yo
would
me
you
quedé
like to share with us?
Look, Mister.
Oh.
When I have 3 years,
When
I when I was 3 years, I go in a
When?
school.
Remember,
I went.
we're talking in past.
I went to a school named English Castle on Danley,
Okay.
and I stayed there to 3 years until 10 years.
Oh, good. And then you moved from Tegucigalpa.
Yes,
Okay.
because my mom wanted to be with me because she was living on Tegucigalpa.
Okay, nice. So guys, you see, Then everything that we can share with other people, right? Everything that we have lived, every experience, right, is part of our life. Yes, and that's why we have something. We always have something to say. Yes. So, do you understand this? That everyone has a story. Every moment that, like for example, right now you are thinking in many monuments that you have lived. Yes, and all these moments, all those moments are part of your life, right? So let's continue with the class, right? And then we will have time to share our experiences, right? So we share right now. Here we have vocabulary for this week, right? I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna play this. Okay. So, which is the first word we have in the vocabulary?
Career.
Career. Do you know what is a career, guys?
A career is like a work
A work or a
or,
profession that you, right?
or what we need,
That
what
you
we
should,
want to
or
do.
what would you like to do when you grow up, right? Or what would
Yes.
you like to be? So now, according to the pictures that we have here, which would be the best option to illustrate the word career?
In the
Which is
picture that appears many persons with different
this one?
yes,
Yes, of
yes,
course,
with different
right? Because
professions.
then here we have, right, different careers, right? We're gonna jump there. This one you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about the word publication? What do you think is the word publication? What do you think is the word publication?
Like to post something.
To pass something, right? And could you please provide examples about the word publication?
I publicate in YouTube
Yes,
video.
of course. Everything that you can publicate, right? It is a publication. Like, for example, magazines, books, right? Uh, and many things, right? Now, according to the picture that we have here, which would be the best option to illustrate publication?
The man with the book.
The man with a book.
The man with the book?
No, Mr.
Yes.
I think that is the image that says Action Comics.
Yes, because that is a publication, right? About comic. Remember that magazines and everything, right, are publication, right? And in this case, I decided to share with you a comic because probably some of you like to read or like to watch comic, right? Now, what about household? What do you think is that word? What do you think this word means? Household.
A house you can hold.
A house? Like you are thinking in a man holding a house like this? No, that's not the meaning. Yes, it is a compound word, but that's not the meaning. Let me tell you.
I don't know, Mister.
Okay, so when we say house word, is the people, right, who lives in a house. Like for example, a family, right? That is a household, right? The people who lives in a house. Yes? So,
Oh,
according to the picture, what would be the best option to
the image that the family
that
is giving a
right?
hug.
We're gonna move over here like this, right? Edition.
Family.
Now, what do you think is an edition, guys?
Edition is like for we use in Word or edition of a book.
It could be to edit.
Yes. Yes, right. Like for example, when you do a publication, like for example, if you publish a book, you can have edition, right? And also a synonym of the word are volume. Like for example, math books. How many editions you have? Or
2
how many
editions.
volumes? You have 2, right? So is the number of publication of the books, right? Now, which would be the last or the best option, right, about this?
The man with the book.
The man
The
that
man
is
with
with the
the
book.
book.
Would you identify which is the book or which is the title of the book?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, right?
Harry
How many
Potter.
editions you have of Harry Potter? Do you know that?
What?
Do you like Harry Potter, guys?
Yes,
I
mister.
see the
Yes.
movies.
I really like that movie, right? And
Mister, I
No,
just,
mister, I don't like Harry Potter.
I have read the book as well, right?
Me-
That's why
I
I
just-
really like.
I just see the movies.
Yes, you have to read the books. Those are very good. I think that books are better than movies. Yes. So now, and then the word require. What do you think is the word require, guys?
Require is when a person or that needed, or for example when a restaurant are looking for a chef.
Yes. There are a list of requirements, right? That
Yes.
these people has to reach, right? That is something that you have to reach or you have to do without an obligation, right? Like for example, do you have requirements to be in the school?
Yes.
Yes, right. We have a lot of requirements. Now, which is the best picture to illustrate this word?
Is that people is around
Which one? It's around the bull line? No. Look at the pictures.
Is the one who
The
is
girl.
some masquerade.
girl.
The girl, right? The little girl. And what do you think I put this picture? Because in these times, it is mandatory to what?
To require
Use masquerade.
Yes, right. Because the coronavirus. Now, the next word, it is easy. Formula. What's that? What's that?
formula is what we are saying in math.
Yes, of course. Those are steps to follow in order to get an answer.
raíces cuadradas con un problema
So,
matemático imposible.
yeah, so the one that we use in math class. So,
Yes.
which do you think is the best answer here or the best
The
picture?
image that says volume
Yeah.
equal 4/3.
Yes, this one, right? So,
Yes.
what about background? Do you know what is a background?
The mister,
Yes, tell me.
I think that is back down to the ground.
Background is background is
Yes,
like
it's a compound word.
it's like
That's not the meaning.
Mr. Background is like fondo de pantalla or something we have back of
When
us.
we say background, guys, when we're talking about back, right? Back, it means the past of a person, of a thing, right? Like for example, the background, my background is in where? Where I am from? I told you. Where I am from, right? Yes, of course. That's my background, the past, right? Because that is part of my past, right? So, which do you think is the best option here? Or the best picture?
Is word.
Which one?
Mr. the image of Lempira.
Yes, of course. Because
Lempira.
Lempira is part of our past, right? Because it is part of our background, right? Because we come from the panda. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now the next word, inside. What do you think is the word? Inside. What do you think is the word? Inside. Do you have an idea? No. Okay. When we say the word inside, guys, it is actually an idea. An idea or an opinion from a person. That is an insight. Right?
It's about no, Mister, is the lámpara,
The
the foco.
beautiful, right? Yeah. Okay. And that is an idea, right? That is a point of view. What about uneventful? Uneventful. What do you think is that word?
It is the word. It is a word in a word.
It is a word in a word. What's that?
It's the
Next,
volcano.
the word.
Okay, when we say uneventful, guys, we mean that is something that is without unimportant thing, right? That it could be a little detail that has a not important, right? That is not important. And that is uneventful. And which is the picture that we can
That says
That's an important.
that says
give, right?
unimportant.
Yes. Now, destruction. And what's that? Easy, right? Destruction. What's that? Could you please provide an
You are destroying something. It's like
yes,
you want to.
and that this is the last picture we have, right?
Yes.
So, are you clear with this, guys?
Yes, Mister.
So, I'm gonna
Yes.
give you, listen,
Yes.
to continue, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, right? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to write all the words, just the word, write just the words. Hurry
Mr.
up.
But in the first word there is a no.
Write all the words. Did you finish?
Mister.
Ah,
Mister.
hurry up.
Mister, pasaron 3 segundos y usted ya estaba preguntando.
That's why I'm.
Mister, no somos Flash.
One, there are just 10 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Career, publication, household, edition, required, formula, background, in science, eventful, uneventful, sorry, and destruction.
Finish, Mister.
Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay. You know what you have to do with that words, right? What you have to do?
Make
Write it
4
3 times and make a sentence of each word.
Yes, of course. You have to write the word 3 times and write a sentence per word. And remember to write the date, right? Did you finish?
Yes.
Yes.
No, Mister, to me are just missing
Yeah.
3 words.
Hurry up because we don't have time. We have to solve a worksheet as well.
Finish.
You finish?
Yes.
Okay, so how many words we had?
10 words.
10 words, right? So now, what do you have to do with those words, guys?
We will have to
write it
repeat
3
it
times and make a
sentence.
Yes, right. To write 3 times and write a sentence per word.
Mister, one question.
Tell me.
We need to make drawings.
Drawings? No, that's not necessary because that's why I put the picture, right?
Yes.
In order you to relate the pictures. Now, guys, we're gonna solve or we're gonna work in an exercise, right? That is related with the vocabulary, from this vocabulary. And I need you to get ready with your notebook. Your notebook, I need your notebook, pencil, because it is time to write something. Yes? Are you ready? Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Mr. But the notebook of your niece.
Your notebook. Which is your notebook?
Okay.
Yes? Okay, let's start then. Right, let's start. I'm gonna share the words. Right? You are gonna write just the title, right? Write the date and then you write the dog newspaper. Yes? Are you
Mister,
ready?
ya no la hemos leído.
Okay.
Guys, sorry, don't read.
That's not necessary because here we have the words and we know the meaning of the word, right? This is about the vocabulary, not about the reading. Yes? So, write number 1. We have just 10 minutes. Number 1, we're gonna look for the word that better fits in the spaces, right? Here we have all the words and then here we have the sentences. Number 1, remember that at the end of the class, you have to show me each of the sentence that you wrote, right? Number 1, we are
How to
supposed,
write the words?
yes, you have to write everything. Number 1, we are supposed to share our, then we have the line, about the book we read as a class. Which do you think is the word that better fits here? Guys, which is the word that better fits here?
I think that is publication.
We are supposed to share our,
I think that is publication.
which is the other option we have about related about this?
Edition.
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 Right? That's the first one, edition. So write the complete sentence. We are supposed to share our edition about the book we read in class.
Mr. The second is required.
Required. Swimmers are required to attend 3 practice per week. Yes, good job, Gustavo.
This is the article.
Number 2 is required. Gustavo, are you writing all are you writing? Tienen que escribirlas en sus cuadernos, todas estas oraciones. Right? Incluyendo la pregunta. Number 3, we're gonna write here. 3 required. Number 3, my mom is going to school at 9 to pursue in a nursing. Which do you think is the answer? Number 3. Angela? Angeles? Beiran, which do you think is the answer?
Mister, the number 3 are background.
Number background? Are you
Digo, no, perdón. Digo,
Gustavo? Please, Gustavo, word. You are not right. You have to write on your notebook. All the sentences we have here in the worksheet. Did you finish? Which is number 3? Angeles, do you know the answer?
household.
My mom is going to a school. It means que la mamá está yendo a estudiar. Nursing. So, which do you think is the word that better fits?
Career.
Yes, career. 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 Number 4. My camp counselors, right, in art made me heard an educated and creative arts and craft leader. Which do you think is the best answer here? My camp in art made me. Which do you think is the best answer here? Do you think that background? Do you think that destruction? Do you think that publication? Publication, because he did a publication on art, right? To do creative crafts. Yes, this is publication. Are you working, guys? Publication.
Yes, we are working.
Yes, I really like that. You have to show me at the end of the class. Number 5. The earthquake caused to the city. So, which is the word that we have here? The earthquake. Do you know what is an earthquake? Guys?
Yes.
What is an earthquake? An earthquake. Mm-hmm.
Destruction.
Yeah.
Destruction on our planet.
Yes, of course, destruction. Destruction.
And also earthquake means like destruction.
Yes, of course. Now, number 6. In our, we have nightly chores such as loading the dishwasher and taking out the trash. What do you think is that? If we're talking about dishwasher, we're talking about trash, we're talking about chores, what do you think is the word that better fits here? Those are activities that we do at home. So, which do you think is the better word here?
Household.
Yes, of course, household. Household. Number 7. I was chosen to write an article for the second of our school newspaper. What do you think is the word here? Okay, guys, listen to me. Finish to write 7, 8, 9, and 10, please. And look for the answer because we have just 2 more minutes.
Mister,
Tell me.
I think that is formula.
Formula?
I think that is one.
Okay, listen, guys. We're gonna do something, right? I'm gonna share with you, or I'm gonna upload this to the platform right now in order you can work it at home, right? And then tomorrow we're gonna discuss it, right? La voy a subir a la plataforma ahorita para que ustedes la puedan trabajar tranquilos. Okay? Okay, guys?
Okay, mister.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. Remember, go to the platform and look for it. We will stop right now. And I'm gonna see you in grammar class. Okay?